Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another Yukon Bob video production. This time our journey is taking us from Toronto to the West Indies islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a 5-hour flight from Toronto. So this is a brand new airport in St. Vincent. I think it's only been in operation for about a year. And they've moved the location of it from where the map, I think, on Google Earth shows where the airport is. So it's in a brand new location. Not exactly sure where it is. I think we're a little bit further from the hotel than I thought. But this is the brand new airport in St. Vincent. Well, customs and immigration seem to go pretty good, and we're just outside now, so we're now beginning to feel the heat. It's about 27, 28 degrees. Trade winds representatives have met us, and they're going to look after us, take us over to the beachcomber, get us settled in, and tell us how we get down to the island of Bequia and Port Elizabeth from here. They drive on the wrong side of the road here. It's a left-hand drive, or a right-hand drive. We're a left-hand drive. See? There's the steering wheel. Other side. I smell barbecue. You guys like your barbecue?
Yes.
Yes.
Because on Friday, everywhere you go, you got barbecue, roast pork, roast chicken.
Oh yeah. There's the reception. I'll get my pack. Nice little restaurant. But first we're going to go check out the pool. Hello. Good afternoon. Oh, our yacht has pulled in, Lois. There's our yacht. Yes.
That's your yacht.
Yeah. It's my smaller one.
Oh, okay.
My big one I left at home. It's a little dark out, but we're going for dinner at the Beachcomber restaurant.
Yes.
Let's go check it out. Did everybody see that?
Yeah.
Lois is trying to put a glass down, having great difficulty. So this is the jumbo prawns in a curry sauce with rice and vegetables. And Lois was adventurous tonight, and she had the goat, cubed goat in curry. How is it?
Very good.
Well, it's our first morning in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is a shot of the Beachcomber hotel. Very colorful, Caribbean colors. We're out on the balcony. It's the first morning. There's Lois. Just made some instant coffee here this morning so we can have a coffee. We got a partial view of the ocean. You can see the ocean out there, some catamarans, some monohull boats that have pulled in. They've been there since yesterday. There was a couple of really big yachts out there yesterday, but they've now since left. It's the restaurant down there. Well, we are suntanned, lotioned up. Should be good. We got 30 or 40 protection. Something like that. Already over my head. We just spent 2 nights at the Beachcomber Motel, and then we had to make our way into Kingstown, the capital of St. Vincent, where we caught a ferry, which took us to the next island south in the chain, Bequia. Just gonna back it right in there, then drop the ramp. I'm sure he's done this more than once. Now we'll look back here. Just doing the last couple of loads, strapping things down, and then we should be underway. Met David and Zandra on the boat. David and Zandra from England. David used to work for the Coast Guard when the Grenadines was still under British rule. They showed us around a bit. Okay, so we are now at the plantation where our friends are staying at. We will have maybe a beer here. They're going to get checked in, and then we'll go for lunch. Where are we going for lunch? Lars.
Yeah, Lars used to be Tommy's. Thank you very much.
My name is Mr. Cunningham.
Yes.
Chad Cunningham from Bequia.
Right.
David knows a lot of people in the islands here. He's been coming here for 40 some years, so he knows quite a few people. We've been meeting people he knows everywhere we go. So a lot of these boats that are tied up to mooring balls here, they bring their little dinghies, come in to shore, tie the dinghies up here, go in for a drink, have lunch. Lots of lovely little places to eat and drink right along the waterfront. Oh, look how they put the conch shells right into the rock. That's kind of neat. This is the whale boner. Check this out. These are the vertebrae. These are the seats, and they're the vertebrae. What kind of whale do you think this is? That's a humpback whale. Look at that. Very cool. Some local dogs. This is supposed to be the best pizza in Bequia. Max Pizza and Kitchen. This looks like the dive shop here. Hopefully we get a few dives in on this trip. They know that we're certified divers, that is. So they're arranging to bring some bottled air with us, I guess. Some BCDs. Well, after a really nice shore lunch with David and Zandra, we said our goodbyes to them. And while I show you a couple of little time-lapse videos of Port Elizabeth Harbor, we made our way over to the Tradewinds dock to meet up with our 60-foot catamaran and the other 6 passengers who were going to be on board with us for the next 7 days. We had never met these people before, so we were all just going to get to know each other. Once all the gear was brought on board, we then motored out of the harbor. Well, we were just pulling out of Port Elizabeth now, just after 5 o'clock. Probably closer to 6 o'clock now as we make our way out of Port Elizabeth. And this is the first time that we have been on a catamaran, Lois and I. This is a 59-foot, I think, catamaran. It's called the Jib Jab or something? The Jim Jams. The Jim Jams. And we've just met the rest of the people on board. There's 8 of us plus 2 crew. Sam and Giza, who is the captain and first mate aboard. So we're going to pull out of St. Vincent Harbor, move a little ways out of the bay, and either hook up to a mooring ball or something outside of the bay and hang out there for the night. So we had a great lobster dinner the night before, and bright and early the next morning, Zena was already preparing breakfast for us. So we've got all the toys in the water now. There's the paddle board, there's a little kayak there, open kayak, and the Zodiac with a 30 horse on it. And it just came off this platform right here. It just lowers down into the water, and then you just swing it off. You can use that as a sort of a dive platform as well. When you come back up, you can sit on that, take your dive gear off, sitting on the platform before you get back onto the boat. Breakfast is about to be served on board. Table is set. We are just about ready to go. Look at the fruit here this morning. Fruit platter. We had lobster for dinner last night, which I did not get a shot of. I should have got a shot of that. Everybody got a lobster. Some vegetables, potatoes. It was great. We're going to go for a dive today right out there. Sam says there's a reef that runs from that post right across to the shoreline. It's called the Devil's what?
Devil's Table.
It's called the Devil's Table.
So how do we increase our buoyancy?
Please.
We want to add air, okay?
Add it, yep.
So if you've got a tank connected, you press the red button,
Okay.
and that'll add air, okay? If not, how can we add air? Do you know?
Blowing.
Yeah, you can blow.
Blow.
You can orally inflate. You have to press the grey button at the same time as blowing in. So we'll try that now.
Well, unfortunately, during that dive, because of a bit of an equipment malfunction with one of my cameras, I didn't get any underwater video on that dive. That was going to be corrected for the next dive a number of days later. But after I got back, got off all the diving equipment, I did get back into the water to enjoy some of the warmth of the Caribbean Sea, just to swim around the yacht a little bit.
Side stroke. Back stroke.
GoPro, stop recording.
This This one is hot sauce. Watch out, it's real hot.
Want to read the French?
Caribbean style.
L'chaim about to sauté.
Yes, l'chaim.
Cheers. Добрый же. Здоровья. Isn't that a nice secluded little spot? Wow, just gorgeous. There goes the anchor. You can run the anchor from right up there. I got to get a shirt on or I'm going to get burnt. After a little bit of a swim in the water, we all got back on board the boat and decided we were going to make our way to the next island in the Grenadines chain, which is down towards Tobago Cays. You actually pass a couple of other islands on the way there. Here's a little bit of a tour of the boat. That's the outdoor bar area. We had all our meals out in that area. And this is inside the main salon of the yacht. Hardly anybody spent any time inside here, mostly just Zena, and this was her working area, her domain in here. The kitchen is just in here, and as you can see, it's a fairly well-sized kitchen, full double fridge, and a nice area in there. This is Tobago Cays. Supposed to be lots of turtles around here and some great beaches, great reefs. We've just had breakfast and we're going to explore, Lois and I, around Tobago Cays. Once we get our fins gear on, we're going to swim over that way to where the turtles are. Are you okay to swim?
Yeah.
There's supposed to be all kinds of turtles out here, but I haven't seen one yet. But it's pretty. Gorgeous color of the water here, this turquoise levels of green. And just this little spit. And everybody comes in here off their little Zodiacs from the boats that are moored outside. And that's our boat over there. Not the back one, we're the one ahead. I still think though it's too windy to fly the drone here. I thought I'd bring the drone over and fly it from the spit of land, but winds are strong. The drone will have trouble getting back. There's our group in the dinghy. Anyway, we've seen 2 or 3 in the water here. They're fairly big. You can get pretty close to them. I don't know how the pictures are going to turn out. We'll see a little bit later, but I got fairly close to them with the selfie stick extended out a bit, so we'll see what that looks like. But the water's pretty clear, so it should be not bad. Hey, look at my discovery. It's off an old pirate ship. I think it's a piano key. Actually, I thought it was ivory at first, but no, it's plastic. This is life, folks. We're in the beautiful waters of the Grenadines, having a rub punch right in the middle of the ocean while we're snorkeling around. So this gentleman just pulled up in his boat here selling all kinds of things. All of these shirts. And look at us now. Everybody's got a new shirt on. Sail more. Sail fast. Look at my shirt. Tobago Cays. That's the way to do business. Just pull up, you got a captive audience, start selling shirts. Oh, that's for Daniel. How many people can you put in a dinghy? Well, for those of you who know me, you will know that I would have been anxious to get my drone in the air. I was reluctant to fly it off the boat in case I couldn't recover it, but I did go to some nearby beaches and fly the drone from there, even though the winds were, well, fairly strong. How we get back to the yacht, folks. You get the dinghy out here, we'll hang on to the lifeline, and we're towed in.
Peace out, my internet friends. Let the people from Parsons know they have a representative in the front of the boat.
The trick is to keep your hat wet, dry. That island you see out in front of us there is called Happy Island. There's a guy on there who makes a living just selling cocktails to people who drop by. But all the action was out in front of it. These windsurfers were really cool. They were kind of whipping back and forth in front of Happy Island. Unfortunately, I missed some of the best shots because I captured them, but they were all blurred. There was a guy doing some really neat tricks where he was jumping right up onto the edge of the bar and then taking off again, but unfortunately I didn't get those shots. Still kind of neat.
Put it in.
been on the boat for 20 minutes, and these guys are coming up now with 1,000 pounds, 800 pounds of air.
More air than what I do.
And I had 500 pounds when I came up. Lois has still got 1,000 pounds. Nice. Good job, guys. Would you say we've got some gear on board, folks?
It all looks organized though.
Look at all this gear. Well, that about does it. That was our trip to the islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It took place March the 15th to the 25th, 2018. And I gotta say that this was one of our best vacations ever. Not only because the weather was almost perfect every day, but the beautiful beaches and the turquoise color of the water was really spectacular. Our Captain Sam and First Mate Zena were also first rate on this trip, as were our sailing companions Pat, Estella, Isabella, Jives, Daniel, and Susan. We shall return one day to the waters and the islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines.